Hello everyone, today we're going to play Castlevania, the original Castlevania that came out way back in 1987. It's a redo of the original video I did way back when. And why not play it on the perfect month, which is literally October. The month of spooky and scary things. Jump over there. I tried to get past that door, wasn't able to. Now, those of you who never heard of this game, which is hard to believe, this game can be rather difficult. Right now it's easy because it's the first level. At least this game kinda gets you into the feel of the game and how you're supposed to play it. And the reason why this game can be rather difficult is not only because of the controls, but how enemies are. And the knockback. Knockback won't be bad right now because there's literally no pits to really worry about here. But this game is famous for some speedruns due to a little glitch from the game, where if you get hit at the right time, you can do more damage to a boss than you would have normally have done. With that being said, let's continue on. Certain walls in this game has these port charts, and these port charts can heal you of 6 health, just like the Ninja Gaiden games. Even though that game came out after this. Now to use your sub weapon, you press up and B. It's funny how many games copy each other. Anyway, now certain blocks can be broken even without a pork chop, and I think some of them may have the ability so you can use 2 of the same weapon instead of having to use 1 at a time. But we have stopwatch, so obviously you can't use 2 stopwatches. When you get that little jug, that is invincibility. But we are now at the first boss, which is the bat. I love how even if you press up and B, you're gonna have a hard time. Now the sad part is you won't see this boss not only here, but you'll see it later in the level. And as you just saw, you saw that too. That was supposed to make it so I'm able to actually use 2 of these axes instead of just 1 at a time. Anyways, we made it through the first boss, and now we're on the second boss. Let me say the second stage, or area, even though these things say stage 1, 2, 3 as you get to go through the doors and whatnot. It's level 2, let's just say that. Now this weapon here, and there's another weapon. I don't think we grabbed the other weapon yet. Those weapons are the best ones in this game. The reason why this is because it boomerangs back towards you. Making it so if you have an enemy that takes more than 1 hit, the boomerang, when it comes back, will actually take care of the second hit for you. Anyway, this level is the reason why you'll see that knockback is really bad in this one. Because there's these enemies right here called Medusas, and they go in this wave pattern. It's kind of hard to anticipate where you should go. Due to that, they can actually hit you and knock you into a pit below and you lose a life. Like right here, where I could have lost a life there if I wasn't ready. I love how I'm not getting knocked back right now. A pit. But what you can do is use it as a way to not have to wait for that platform to get to where it needs to get to, so you can actually get up there. That's kind of a speedrun strat, and I think there's a pork chop right here. I'm right. And now you get to deal with these things. Whatever you do, do not be below them, because they literally can one-shot you. I think you can stand on them. Nope, you can't even jump on them. Well, we have to get our whip back. I'm thinking of a later Castlevania where you can stand on them. Really? I love how this game has some weird finicky hitboxes right now. Okay. I was supposed to duck there. I love how I had a perfect run up until I got to the Medusa. Not Medusa, to that spot. That was rubbish right there. That was pure trash. Hope I got all the trash game. Hope I got all the trash out of my system right there. Now, if you were doing this game damageless, you can't even do that method I did. That's the fun thing about this game. You can't even do that method. The thing is, your checkpoints are those doors. So, if you ever lose a life, you get taken back to the door. So, don't lose a life. Don't lose a life. Alright. We're on stage 5, quote unquote. The Medusas show up, and this way pattern is going to annoy you way later on in a stage that I'm not ready to see. I know for a fact this video will be a lot shorter than my first video of this. How I know? Back then I don't think I was able to actually stop my footage, so... Alright, let's do that method again. Okay. Alright, can we make it past that spot where the things go up and down? Find out now. I love how I use the dagger to get that. I thought I could duck there, I can't. I like how he kind of falls like a rock when you just walk down a ledge. Oh, I thought I got hit for a second. Now, this weapon that we got currently in our hand, this can pretty much break the game. A lot of bosses, too. Can I please get my thank you? How? Well, it stops enemies in their tracks, and not only that, you can pretty much spam it if you got more than one. Look at that. The enemy cannot actually shoot any of his projectiles out. I think those enemies take like 6 or 8 hits, I'm not sure. I think the Medusas show up here. I don't need any hearts. So I don't need to look through there. We only need this holy water. You'll see why. Remember when I said this thing can basically break bosses? Yeah, it can break bosses. No hearts to count. Stage 7, quote unquote. Now I can throw 3 of these at once if I need to. The issue with this is when you actually are advancing, you may not actually think about getting hearts. You would be thinking about just advancing the screen, so you're gonna probably accidentally get a weapon you don't want. So keeping 3 of these will be somewhat difficult, especially in this screen. Well, not this screen. I'm thinking of a later level, probably. Just take the hit there. How? Not like that thing lasts long. Nope, don't want that X. I'm being careful because I don't want to lose this. I want enough hearts so I can just keep going without having to stop. I like how these are those things are Hammer Brother equivalents, but they move a lot more erratically, and at least you can take more than 2 hits. Depending on your health situation. Perfect. And yes, you can defeat their projectiles. I don't know where there's a pork chop in this level. I don't know where it's at. That's the thing. I don't know where it's at. I know there is one, but I don't know where it's at. Really. I jumped straight into the enemy. Well, once I get hit one more time, I lose this ability to shoot 3 of these. As you can see, I don't want to lose that. As you can see, like I said, you're not thinking about anything but advancing it. Now I have to do this with no sub-weapon because I don't think there's any sub-weapons in this area. I think since we are now in level 3, enemies take more hits off of you. I have the short whip. I don't even have the long whip yet. So I have to take that hit. The good thing about this game, it has infinite continues, so I don't have to worry about that. The only thing that sucks though, I have to start from square one. But at least they give you a holy water in this level. I didn't know you could. That's probably why they gave me level 2, right? Level 3 there, because you were getting the same weapon. So they said, here's your advancement. And I can only throw one at a time. Wait a second. Okay. I'm about to say, if they gave you a pork chop that early, I'd be like, well, why? Should be fine. Oh, there's the punchback weapon and destroyed your HP. can't go that way because you don't have a good jump. So you have to go, always go up here. That's the axe behind me. We don't want that, so continue on. Jump over these two Medusas. I don't know if there's three gonna spawn. Yep, three. Really, some invincibility that I don't need. Now, so you're telling me so far, even though you literally got through a stage, you don't give us any health replenishment yet. Wow. It's wild. So this level's a gauntlet. I remember there was a stopwatch, that's why I turned around, I think there's a stopwatch there, and I was right. Okay. Wow. Okay. That was generous. Too bad that I might lose it right here. I got 2 more hits I can take, and that's it. I can only take 2 more hits. Well, that was not ideal. Yeah, let them enemies come to you. You only got 2 hits you can take before you lose. Oh, we're on. Oh. The pork chop is right down there. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, yeah, I remember that. It's right there at the boss, so we'll be fine. Unless we did what I just did. Alright. Stage 4, quote unquote. I think this is the one where we fall into a pit. Yeah, this is the one we fall down. Those enemies can't stand on anything right there, so. Not positive, not back for once. Now these fish enemies can shoot fireballs. Yeah. Which is kind of ironic considering where they're coming from. Wow, I just jumped into the pool of water. Well, now I have no weapon. I thought I was gonna jump on a platform. Fooled me! Now to use the stopwatch, ow. If I would use the stopwatch, it would start that platform, so I was dead there no matter what. Anyway, to use the stopwatch, you need at least 5 hearts. Positive knockback right there. Oh, I didn't know there was a holy water there. Okay. Gotta wait. Now go. You have to duck here. You have to duck there. Let me guess, this is the one, this is the one this is, okay. I love how I can't get past the first spot, because knockback. This is not even a level that mostly takes care of people with, when it deals with knockback. That time I was dead regardless. I could have jumped, did anything, still would have died. Alright. Got the advanced whip. Now we can just destroy these candles and get this holy water. And thankfully it doesn't fall into the water. But I do. But yes, this stopwatch won't really help me here. I can't use it there. Using that there will just literally freeze time, and then I can't move with the platform. Oh, this time you fall into... Okay. Really? I love how these enemies spawn at the right time, and then when I jump, boom, I can't make the jump because of the platform being too far. It's like they know when I'm gonna jump. Now, fishing them, if they would have showed up there, I'd be like, well, that would have been cheap. That would have been a cheap death there. Anyway, holy water, jump on here. I tried to duck, and it didn't let me duck. Tried to duck, it wouldn't let me. Sound about right. Let me guess, the bad enemy is low enough where it can hit you. Okay, jump. Hit the whip upgrade, grab this, hit that. Alright, perfect. You have to duck here. We finally made it through past the first platform. And yes, that enemy does go up there into the glitch into a spot where it shouldn't even be able to walk to. Alright. This is the spot I was thinking about in that previous level. The reason why, because these little birds cause these hunchback enemies to just come through the screen. They spawn indefinitely until you get past this, until you get to the end. I'd recommend you get rid of the ones that they put behind you. This invincibility does not change what I just said. It doesn't last long enough for that to be true. And now they stop spawning. Alright. And the funny thing is that's not the only one left that we're gonna have to face. No, that dagger is pretty much the worst sub-weapon. There's no situation where it's gonna be the best one. Ooh, level 2. Yeah, I remember that pork chop. Yeah, I remember that. I'm only gonna shoot 2 out. And as you can see, enemies do 4 damage to us now. And I love how that off-screen perfectly. The only thing that's gonna suck too. Yeah, this sub-weapon won't really help us right now. Not against this boss. Oh, it does help us actually. Never mind, shut up me. Oh, defeating him takes care of both of y'all? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know y'all shared a health bar. And at least I did get level 3 before this level was over with. I love how the time doesn't stop until you grab this orb. I think this is the one level I'm gonna really hate. I think this is the one. I think this is the level before you get to the actual final level. I think, if I'm remembering that correct, that's good. Am I remembering this correct? Am I remembering this correct? Oh yes, this is the second to last. Yep. Now, this entire level, you'll be spending most of your time on. Because of the last section of the level. I'm gonna love that last section. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it so much. Love it so much. Alright, do not lose this holy water. We got it this far. I would like to bring it to the end. Now that enemies do 4 damage to you, you can only take 4 hits instead of 6. Yeah. I'm gonna say no matter what Castlevania game you play in the original, well, between 1 and 3, no matter what, in the end you have to literally, you can only literally take 4 hits total. You get later in the game. You can't get those torches without the boomerang one. The boomerang cross. Isn't there? Yes. Or is this the room that shows the enemies I'm gonna hate? Yes, these are gonna be the reason it'll take forever. Yeah, they don't tell you what way they're throwing their axes. Not there's a game later in the there's a Castlevania 3. They actually show you where they're gonna throw it. Not in this game. Not in this game. That's why I say I'm gonna love this level. I'm gonna walk you into that thing as much as I can. Cheese their AI if I have to. I don't want this weapon. I accidentally grabbed it. Well, this sucks. I don't think holy water is in this level. It would have helped against the boss too. A lot more than this will. At least I still have a sub weapon. I gotta look at it like that. There's no pork chops up there. Just go up here. Go up here. Go up here. Now, for some reason, ow. There's nothing I can do here. There's literally nothing I can do here. The fact that I made it past that. Oh my lord. Oh, I'm not making it past you though. Now, for some reason, he takes more damage if you hit him in the head. Yeah. How did I make it past that previous spot? I do not know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I have to get you to... I gotta manipulate your AI to get out of the way. I don't know how I made it past there. I don't know. I got lucky. I'm at 4 HP, which means I literally take a hit and I'm dead. At least I die now. But it doesn't matter as much. One thing that sucks is I got the crappy whip. Defeat that enemy. I don't think enemies respawn. I think this game is one of the few games where enemies don't respawn. If you off screen them, so. Now this weapon, if we don't have the what you call that weapon I said, if we don't have the holy water, this will be the best weapon for us. Unfortunately, I wish I still had the holy water because that's better. Thing is, there's a pork chop right here. So if I would have made it right there, I would have still had a... Yeah. Now, this is the reason why I say you're gonna love this part, this game. You gotta do with these Medusas and this. And not only that, you can't take too many hits because you have the boss coming in right after this. And there's another one that spawns right past that one. That's why I said I'm gonna love this level. I'm gonna love it so much. I don't know how that hitbox counted, but I'll take it. Now, that was probably the best case scenario. The only issue is I can only take 2 hits. And the way this boss is, well... If you play this game, you know why I'm gonna hate it. Okay. So before we go, before I activate the boss, what he does is he spawns in from the right side of the screen. But what he also does is throw these sides towards you in random areas. So 9 times out of 10 it'll be close to you. So what you want to do is use this cross to literally get some free hits. That's why I said I wish I had a holy water. That way I can just cheese it. But I don't. I don't. So I'm stuck. So yes. That's why I said I'm gonna love this level. That's why I said I'm gonna love this level. I'm gonna love it so much. Alright. But yeah, there's no holy water in this stage, so yeah. Not having holy water up to this point sucks. Holy water would have made this boss obsolete. As long as I had some health too. Heck, it would have made this whole area obsolete if I had a holy water. I like how I jumped right into that Medusa. Love that. And you can't duck over those axes. Oh no, you can't duck under them. And how were they expecting you to hit those weapons for those weapons up there? Where are you gonna throw the axe? That's what I was waiting for. Oh, he despawns after you get to a certain part. At least they did that right. I'm in the same scenario as I was last time. The only thing I did right there is literally... There's nothing else I could do. Now you see why I said the cross is pretty much the best weapon that we're gonna get for this boss. If I could throw 2, which I can't, unfortunately, we could have beat him. Because throwing 1 sucks. And you can only throw 1 whenever you don't have the ability to throw more than 1. And like I said, if you ever take a hit, it doesn't matter as long as you take only 1 hit. But you get a pork chop literally right before you get to that stair. So taking it 1 hit is not bad, but if you take 2, well, you're gonna have 2 less HP. Alright, let's deal with this stupid room, and I keep taking a hit from that Medusa. I didn't have time to throw that whip out. Hey, I am not winning this one. At least I get to tempt the boss. Yay. Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, that's exactly how I expected it to go. Now I have an excuse until I have full HP to have that boss, so or at least 3 hits. If I had 3 hits, I think we would have won that one chunk, but we only get 2 usually. Everything does 4 damage to us, so. If that room just had those Medusa heads, it'd be easy. That's why they had to add the axe armors or whatever they call them. Because you don't know when they're gonna throw it up on top or if they're gonna throw it below. You don't know. Thing is, I can't go back down. Yes, I can. Can't get another pork chop though. Alright. I did not want you to take a hit from physically touching him, but okay. This attempt is over with. And I wish you would have spawned sooner. Because of that, I get to face the boss. Not like it matters. I had to hit him 16 successful times. Thing is, those sides don't replenish until he gets to a set spot. Hence why I said that having the holy water was the best weapon to deal with him. If I could get a holy water, I won. I already know it. Can you please just come over? Okay. Do not lose this. Do not lose this. I don't care what we have to do. Do not lose it. We're about to lose it. Because these sporadic walking enemies. Well, we have holy water. Issue is, can we make it to anywhere? Do they jump down? If I have to manipulate your AI to come towards me, I will. I know there's a pork chop coming soon. I think there's one. Isn't there a pork chop right past this red enemy? Hunchback. Having this short whip sucks. When am I getting the whip upgrade? This sucks. Shoot. Thank you. The fact that I had to get up and close and personal without taking a hit. The next pork chop is in the next room, so we already know there's an axe right there. We don't really have to take care of him. We can just pass by him if we're lucky. Wait for him to throw the weapon. I like how that clearly is hitting you, but you don't get hit by it. Alright, I guess I gotta do your manipulate your AI again. Oh, it just one-shots you. Okay. Not hit that candle. That's a freaking axe. We don't want that. We want level 2, though. We do want level 2. Alright, now that we have level 2, holy water, the only thing that can ruin us is me. Literally me. I'm in perfect shape right now. The last thing I need to do is lose this holy water. Okay. Now we get level 3. We're in perfect shape now. Just don't lose the holy water. That's literally all our mission is now. Just don't lose the holy water. I'm surprised he kept going left, right, left. I had to sneeze. Came out all of a sudden. Alright, we got 6 HP. We're gonna have 12 hits. Well, 3 hits. And I forgot they take more HP. Well, I don't need anything but some health. The one thing I can do, the only way I can ruin this is literally if I let the Medusas destroy me. I wish I could reset this room so I can get more pork chop, but you can't, unfortunately. Alright. Best case scenario. I like how this shield stops it, but at the same time it doesn't. Yep, Medusa. That's what I said. The only thing that can take care of me now is Medusa. Alright, what we need to do is spam. Spam it. Spam it. Spam it. Yeah, this boss is easy if you do that. Seriously. That's why I said if I get a holy water, I won. I literally said that. That's literally what I said about this stage. I said if I have a holy water, I literally won. Alright. We're on the final stretch. The final stretch of the game. Took way less attempts than my first attempt. My first freaking run of this. Alright, here's a few things you need to know about this level. You're gonna see one boss that you faced before. Just run past him. He's not gonna catch up to you. Or you can just die like I did. Just jump too early like I did. Yeah, do that. I jumped too early. That was my fault. Okay. We got rid of the... Oh, we got rid of that boss. That's all that matters. He usually don't hit you there. The fact that he hit me there shocked me. I was like, he usually doesn't hit you there. I thought I jumped too early. That's why I slowed down. All I care about is we passed that boss. That's all that matters. We passed that freaking boss. That boss sucks. But as you saw, as long as he doesn't get set, he can't throw no sides. That's why I kept spamming those things so he couldn't get set. That's his pattern. If he gets set, boom, he throws sides all over the place. I don't know how these enemies here are causing me problems, but I think they had the same hitbox as the boss, so there's no point in facing them. Just get past them. What do you think this weak whack enemy gonna do? Seriously, you never hit me, really. Now all of a sudden you want to be a threat. Okay. These are probably the most skipped enemies in freaking Castlevania history because you literally don't ever face them. You only face them as the first boss and that's it. The fact that I haven't made it past the second one is amazing. And the only reason why I didn't pass the first one that first time is because I misjumped. Not this time though. I haven't misjumped since. I guess we're just damage boosting. There's 3 of y'all? 4? I don't remember seeing that many of them, but okay. Oh yeah, we've made it past the first area. With 1 less life. You're telling me, even though them enemies don't really spawn on this side. Wow, I missed that. Even though I didn't know that was gonna spawn. Those enemies can spawn even though we're not even over here. So you don't hug the left wall. Because that's what's causing them to spawn. Because that's where they spawn in from. Are you gonna jump or are you just gonna keep making me hit this? Thank you. Do not hug that wall. Finally, we got a whip. Any soul weapon is better than none. Yep, the bird can still hit us. You don't even have to worry about anything. As long as you touch a stair, not back doesn't matter. So, touch a stair. Too bad that there's no stairs here. Alright, let's see if the second one wants to hit us. Oh, you were actually nice for once. It's a miracle, it was actually nice for once. This one wants to be horrible of the right wall. Not like you can be told to go backwards. Now we got the whip upgrade. Do not hug that left wall because obvious reasons. What happened there is horrible. Come on, come back over here. Come back over here. Quit doing that. There you go. There you go. You did me a favor. Thank you. What happened there is whenever I touched the stair, I didn't want to get attached to the stair, so I was trying my best to not get attached to the stair, and I ended up falling down into the crevice below, and as you see, lost a life. Not like it matters, we're literally in the last areas of the game, so. Yeah, let's get a pork chop, even though it won't matter. I'm surprised. I am surprised. I am surprised. What's funny is I've never been over here. I never went right after that screen. I just usually rush to the stairs, but I said, F it, at this point I might as well just see what's over there. And I heard that whoop whoop whoop. I'm like, what is that? I heard that whoop whoop whoop. I'm like, what's that? Imagine if the Hammer Brothers and Mario Brothers one moved like they did. We would have a big threat then. I still have the first whip upgrade. Alright, will we make it to the end? Find out now. Yes, we will. Nah. That last eagle, that last bird spawning made me say we will not. That's why I was unsure. That last bird. Here's a good thing though. Once we get to the boss, we don't have to worry about doing this level anymore. Yeah. Hunchback can't jump up here, so him being on the screen doesn't really affect us. Not even reach that. Yeah, there's a certain jump height, so. Go down. Oh, just. It sucks when you have to do this whole entire stage right here all over again. Not even that hard of a stage, it's just that if them things give you the horrible eye I was getting, where they don't usually hit you. Like that one don't usually hit me, so the fact that it did is amazing. And that one don't usually get a chance either, that's why I've been using the stopwatch, so it doesn't, I can ensure it doesn't get a chance. There's the bad AI again. There's literally nothing I can do there. Because they take too many hits to be defeated. I don't know how many hits they take since they're not actual bosses now. If they take 16 hits. What was that? What was that? If y'all actually did that. I'm gonna ensure you don't be a threat. And then I die anyway. Let me guess, this will be the attempt where I actually make it to the area and then I have to get a game over. Good thing about this game is it's infinite continues, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay. You were the nice AI where you didn't hit me. And that's the last one you have to worry about when it comes to knockback. Hold the right wall. Let him come to you, and then hope he decides to be nice and not jump back in time. Do I really have to deal with this the trash whip until you get to this point? I don't know. Probably. Let him come to you. That's the first time he actually hit me. That's the first time he actually hit you. Oh. Stop time. Since I got a stopwatch, I can exploit the fact that I can see things I usually wouldn't have time to see. I don't know what's in that candle, don't care. What did I say? This will be the attempt where I actually make it to the boss. Okay, so they made it so this room don't get programmed to spawn things that shouldn't be spawning here. I was just curious what was in there. Stopwatch won't help us against this boss, but what will help us is having lives. Now, the only replenishment you get is literally this. Every time you get a game over, you'll be stuck in here. How this boss goes is you have to jump at a certain interval where and not get hit by those. You only get one chance. It's not that difficult if you know what you're doing, though. Sometimes you just can't take a hit. Oh boy. I love it when he spawns directly where you were. See how I'm taking my time. I'm not jumping until he shoots his projectiles. Because it pinpoints where your last location was. Right as soon as he opens his cape. So I'm not worried about defeating this boss. It's the second boss I'm worried about. But you do want to give yourself some distance from him. So you can make the jump. Yeah, see what I mean? He can sometimes spawn in on you. I jumped too early, that's my fault. But as you can see, you got a grasp of how it works. And as you can see, I wasn't trying to use the sub-weapon. There's a reason why. Because I think that, if our memory serves correct, the sub-weapon over there is a holy water, and I want to keep that for later. Okay. It's 2 hits. 3. Yes. 4. Now what speedrunners do is they do that critical hit thing that I told you about, where he hits you at the same time and you end up doing more damage to him. Because obviously doing this without that takes as many 16 hits, obviously. I'm not gonna do there, but I still get the hit. I don't want to hit him there because of that candle. I love how he spawns in the spots where I'll be, mostly. Alright. You see what I mean? I don't want him to get rid of this for me. Didn't matter though, he still hit me. But yeah, my memory's right, it is a holy water. Alright, I'll see you when I get back to that part. Alright, we're back. Now here's a fun thing about this boss. can only hit him in his face. Love that. I love how we did so much damage to him too, so. Be right back again. Alright, best case scenario except for we don't have max health, but. I'm not gonna do there. Oh my lord. If I had that one last hit, be right back. Alright. We missed. Alright. Let's defeat this boss now. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that when you're against the wall. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that when you're against, when he's so close to you. I don't know how he aims that. Be right back again. As you can see, we're currently damageless, so. Alright, let's do this. Actually have a real attempt now. Love how I missed that. Trying to jump and he won't jump. Let me guess. Okay, I thought I was gonna take 2 hits because of the fact that invincibility frames weren't gonna last. Dang, I dodged all 3. I destroyed all 3, and guess what? We won. And that's how you finish this game. There's only 18 stages, quote unquote stages, I should say. Now, as you see these credits, all these people played Dracula in some form or fashion, or was related, have some relation to the moniker of Dracula in some form or fashion, but they made a play on their names in a way. Anyway, I hope you enjoy me redoing this game. Hope you have a wonderful day or night as these credits nearly are over. Take care. As you can see, we played the greatest role in this story. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Goodbye, and take care.